Hello, Planet Earth, April 20th, 2024. I am your host, aka this is part three of Terrance Howard's speech. Is he a genius? And again, we have to search for wisdom. Sometimes it will fall on your lap, most of the time it won't. So I hope you guys get something out of this. I hope you guys appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share. If you got something out of this, share. Sharing on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all over the world. Let's spread knowledge. Let's spread wisdom. Let's spread thinking outside the box. Let's spread positivity over negativity. Part three, Terrance Howard reaction video. Let's go.
Is the square root of 2. But we know that that's not the case. I tried to do it at 80. I did it at 6 years old because I'd been working on it perhaps from a past life. We know that energy does not die. Energy just reboots itself. So we are eternals.
As the moon cast an enigmatic glow over the city, Terrance Howard emerged from the shadows, ready to unveil a trove of hidden knowledge that could reshape destinies.
If you lose that little spark that kept you motivated, that little piece, like this is my vocation. I love acting half the time, but there's some downfalls of it. A lot of actors end up with personality identity crisis and conflicts because you have so many characters you're playing. And if you really commit to the characters, you become like a piece of clothing. And your body becomes what they put on. And the character has a tendency of wanting to own you. They don't let go. What you saw in Anthony Hopkins and Hannibal Lecter, that monster lives in him. That's why we believed it. He had to tap into something very ugly in our human nature sometimes. And as an actor, sometimes I tap into beautiful things. But like with Lucius, and the character I play with Lucius, his life is filled with turmoil. So 90% of the day I'm walking around carrying his turmoil and also the turmoil for me and my own family. And then how do you have time to really bring yourself back to who you are? Because that's the most important thing. That's the thing that's going to bother you more than anything else. You will look at yourself one day and you won't know who you are because you don't remember who you were. Sometime along the way, or maybe at 13 or 14, we let go of the little person that kept us going. That little person that was always there. I got you, man. I'm here. I got you. Don't go in there. I ain't going in there. That person, when we get about 13 or 14, we get embarrassed of him. And we push him aside and we don't listen to him anymore. And he's always knocking. Hey. And after so long of a time, maybe 10, 15 years, you don't even know him. You show up at your own door and you don't even know who you are. Your family doesn't know who you are. So it's important, no matter what you do, no matter what challenges you go through, you remember who you are.
The air crackled with tension as Terrance Howard stepped onto the stage, a man burdened with untold truths, about to shatter the illusions that had blinded the world.
Now, this is one of the oldest symbols in human history, right? Or do you not know? This symbol was found in the Temple of Osiris in Egypt, and it had been molecularly burned into the wall. And it's 6,000 years old. This same symbol has been found in the forbidden temples in China, sitting under the fufu dogs. And the foot on it, the flower of life, saying whoever controlled that flower of life controlled the universe. There were secrets in that flower of life that Da Vinci spent his whole life trying to uncover. There were secrets in that flower of life that Newton spent his whole life in secret trying to uncover. The same secrets that Pythagoras was desperately trying to uncover. But the problem was, they kept seeing this in a two-dimensional space. They couldn't get it out of this two-dimensional frame, and as a result, they got stuck in this plane, a flat plane. Now, what Da Vinci and all of them wanted to do, they were trying to find a way to bring this flower to life because what is inside of it? Well, apparently there were secrets inside of it. Shapes, they kept the Merkaba and all of those other things out of it. But they were misled by something I think called a straight line. You guys believe in straight lines? You believe there's straight lines in the universe? Well, let me hit you with something. All energy in the universe is expressed in what? It's in motion. If something is still, there's no energy. Kinetic, right? All motion is expressed in what? You look at galaxies, are they expressed in straight lines? Expressed in vortices. All vortices are expressed in what? Waves. All waves are curved. Show me a straight line in nature. You show me where the platonic solids come from. Where do they have their foundations in our universe? Are there any straight lines? If you look at anything, there are no straight lines. That's been the mistake. We've been looking at these straight lines, this Euclidean way of thinking, and missing the curvature of nature.
Beneath the neon lights, Terrance Howard's voice echoed through the silent crowd, each word carrying the weight of a revelation, threatening to dismantle the foundations of reality.
This is where we have to ask ourselves, are we learning from the universe, or are we just repeating what we were told was knowledge, right? From our parents, from our relatives, from our schooling, elementary, junior high, high school, college. And in my opinion, we have to differentiate what is dogma or given information, and then our own quest and our own path to what knowledge and wisdom is to us.
Believe in loops. Do you know the square root of 2? Do you think that's a loop? Do you believe that the square root of 2 is the square root of 2? Yes or no? Hands up? No? I want y'all to take out your phone for a minute then. We're going to do one thing. Everybody got a phone? Put it on the calculator and turn it to the side so you can get all the long numbers out of it, okay? Now I want you to put in 2 and square root it. 2, hit the square root, you'll get 1.4142135623730955, right? Now I want you guys to do me a favor, cube it. It'll see right over there, the x to 3. Can y'all do it? Have you cubed it? It'll see 2.8284271 Now that makes sense. I want you guys to do me a favor. Divide it by 2. Get the number, cube it again, divide it by 2, cube it again, and I want you to do that until the end of your lives. And that number will still come up with 2.8284271 Any other number that you, above 2, that you put in and you cube and you square, cube and square and divide by 2, by the 6th operation, it has moved into an exponential number that you can't even imagine. Any number below 2 that you do that same operation with, it will go into an exponentially small matter and number. This is what we call a loop. It is illogical, it doesn't make sense, and it does not make math makes sense. So these are some things that I'm bringing to the fore and that I would like to question. I would like to audit the math, the world of mathematics, and I would like to audit how we view the platonic solids, because I think the new wave conjugations will tell a better story of how our world works.
In a clandestine meeting, Terrance Howard shared clandestine wisdom with a select few, his words a catalyst for a storm of change.
Our planet is moving away from our sun at 6 inches a year. You guys know that. 15 centimeters a year, our planet is pushing away from the sun. So in less than 500 million years, our planet will be out of the Goldilocks zone will be somewhere near where Mars is, somewhere halfway between there. So life will not be able to be sustained on this planet anymore. So if we're going to be able to sustain ourselves as a species, we have to become interstellar, not just interplanetary. We have to become interstellar. But with approximations, you cannot become interstellar. You cannot become interstellar with a point that will take you all the way over here with a straight line when the actual event is taking place over here when you're going 600 quadrillion miles. You can't make a mistake. You need precision. And that's what the math is about. These pieces predict the natural distribution of matter and the distribution of where you can find yourself in that space. And I'm confident behind it. For 40 years I've worked on this. And I think it's ready.
So I've sat also at lunch, basically trying to get my head around this, and also I was very, very, very skeptical. And I put my hands up and say that. And one of the things that you mentioned was sort of about how this applies to, I think it was the electric sun model, and that's where it's a theory that suggests that the sun is powered from external forces rather than nuclear fusion, which is the general consensus among scientists. And the reason for that is because there's not a production there's no evidence to suggest that the byproduct neutrinos are there. And what Terrance is trying to prove, I think, is that because the fact that you can't detect whether the neutrinos are there or not, there must be another way in which they're powered.
As the room hushed in anticipation, Terrance Howard's lips parted, releasing a cascade of forbidden knowledge that sent shockwaves through the hearts of those who dared to listen.
Don't forget, you know what I didn't want to forget? This flower of life.
Perfect time to stop. I want to shout out the channel, Wisdom, 332 Q views in 8 days. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing. Again, shout out to the channel. This is part 3. We will stop here, and then we will have the last and final part 4. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you're getting something out of it. Like I said, if you're not chasing wisdom, I'm not sure what you're chasing. If you're not trying to attain knowledge, I'm not sure what you are trying to attain. Money is good, wealth is good, we need money, but when they say knowledge is power, that's exactly what it is. Money you can't take with you. But like Terrance just said in this video, energy doesn't die. So whatever, especially in what he said, he obviously believes in reincarnation. So imagine you're going through life and let's say reincarnation is true, and in this particular life, you attain 15% knowledge, and then you pass away. Well, you go to a different life, right? Every life, you're maybe trying to get more and more knowledge to become, a better human being or a more educated human being or whatever you kind of understand and take from that. Again, thank you for checking out Terrance Howard is Your Genius reaction video. This is part 3. Part 4 will be tomorrow. Thank you again. Like, share, subscribe, and have a beautiful, blessed night. This is April 20th, 2024. My name is AKA your host. Take care of each other. Spread love, spread unity, spread positivity. Life is fleeting, and all you have is our memories, the wisdom we gain, and the relationships that we make with our human family. #1 human family. Take care, y'all. Peace.